All right, welcome back to Man Now Sports, man. We got to recap these game two, starting with the one we just watched. I got Lamar here from IW Sports, man. He is usually doing his late night owl stuff, but now we simulcasting it. We're gonna have a mixed audience tonight. We're gonna discuss a lot of things. We got to get into the game twos, kind of recap that. Then we got to kind of preview game threes. I want to discuss this Shannon Sharpe stuff, Lamar. I really do.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it.
We got to do Shannon Sharpe, and then we'll and then we'll get into some of this NFL draft stuff, man. But as y'all come in, you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit that thumbs up, hit the share button. Let's get some people in here. Leave a comment and let me know who in here, especially my moderators. I need to see. I see one of them. I see Jeffrey Guile in here, man. Appreciate you, brother. I need some more of my wrenches in here to help moderate this thing. And then everybody just come away from IW Sports, from Lamar's channel, man. Welcome to the party. You see how we get down. It's going to be a lot of fun. But other than that, man, I think we can go ahead and get into this Warriors game. First and foremost, Jalen Green had a phenomenal game. Let me see what he had. He had daggone near 40.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, he had 38. He had 38, 38, 10, and 5, if I remember.
Sheesh. Yeah, you're right. He had 38, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Right.
Okay.
And Sengun had I thought Sengun had a better game than this, but because he was hot early. Sengun was hot early. But then Jalen Green took over. But Sengun only had 17. But he had 16 rebounds and he had 7 assists. He was all over the place too.
And he walked out with a double. That's why.
yeah. And Steph Curry only had a little 20-point game, man. What did you see that the Rockets did different from game one that was working for them?
Oh, easy. Well, for me to really answer that question, we got to look at the coaching. And I think this goes back to NBA Finals a couple of years ago when there was Boston Celtics versus Golden State Warriors. There's a coach that was in Boston that almost beat their dynasty. His name is Ime Udoka. Right?
Correct.
I want y'all to look at what he did his rookie year. All right. He almost took down a dynasty in his rookie year. Took him to 7. All right. So the situation happened. He gets fired. He goes to Houston, gets a whole bunch of raw talent, and gets him to 500 his first year in Houston. All right. Now, this year, his second year, he gets him to a 2 seed, 53, I think 53 wins in the regular season.
Number 2 seed. Yeah, number 2 seed for sure.
Number 2 seed. Can we stop acting like Ime Udoka can't coach?
No, wait, who's acting like that other than Malika Andrews?
Well, I didn't want to call her out, but I mean, okay.
Hey, he's a candidate for Coach of the Year. He's a finalist,
as he should be. But
right,
what I'm saying is he got the blueprint and he knows how to coach against Steve Kerr, and he exposes him every time he goes up against him. Whether people want to,
he really does.
Whether people want to believe it or not. And what I saw tonight is I saw a young Rockets team that wasn't scared of a quote unquote bully. Because if you saw, especially in that third and fourth quarter, Draymond tried to do the old Draymond trick. Let me flop or let me start some and then let me try to take them off their game. And then they kind of almost bit it and, throwing the towels at them and getting in. But for the most part, they really didn't buy into it. And then they really pushed back. The strategy for Ime Udoka every time he plays against Steve Kerr is get physical with him. Did you see, as soon as Steph got the ball, even at half court, they came on him. They collapsed on him. So they were not trying to let Steph really get into this flow of this game, and that pretty much really killed the offense. So that's why you saw Draymond try to resort to the old school, let me muck it up strategy, and it just didn't work because they was
but that's what he did against Boston though, because remember Boston won game 1. Like the Warriors was in control in that finals. The Warriors was in control of game 1. And the Celtics didn't quit and somehow came and stole game 1.
Yeah.
Right. I can't remember what happened game 2. But I don't know if it was game 2 or game 3 when Draymond just started acting of a pure nut.
Yeah.
I mean, he was getting into it with Grant Williams.
Yeah.
He was getting into it with Jaylen Brown. Like he was
Everybody.
just, I mean, he was just acting a fool out there, and it kind of changed. It kind of changed the momentum of the series by him acting a crazy fool, and they wasn't calling none of the nonsense he was doing. He
Yeah.
wasn't getting texts for it. He was barely getting fouls for it, right? So, and like you said, he's gonna be in rare form that first game in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna act a pure nut. No Jimmy Butler. He know they desperate.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
desperate. No Jimmy Butler. He's desperate. He's coming out there and he's not going down without a fight.
It's funny you say that, Mel, because I was looking when I was watching the game, and when Jimmy Butler went down, it's almost as if the energy for the Warriors went when Jimmy Butler went out. And because let's be fair, ever since they acquired Jimmy Butler, he's kind of almost, I don't want to say like a Draymond 2.0, but we know how emotional leader that Jimmy is, that he brings that juice, and it looked like it left when he got hurt. And Draymond was like, oh, I actually got to do something to try to help, and I can't do enough offensively. So let me do, let me do.
You want to know why? You want to know why? There's a couple of things that I noticed about this team. Number one, they're front runners like a mug. Like Draymond Green and sometimes even Steph to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Are front runners, and LeBron James too. They are the most front running people I know. When they got it going, they going downhill. When their team is stacked, when they're the favorites, when the whistle's going their way, when the shots are falling, them are the most front runningest dudes I've seen in the league in a long time, right? And now that Butler is gone, they knew they wasn't in front no more. And they look like victims.
Oh yeah.
Now they victims. Now they underdogs. Now they scrapping and fighting. I can't stand it, man. And the Warriors used to be one of my favorite teams because I like the way they played.
Yeah, I know. But Mel, so here's what's really killing me with the Warriors, and especially over the last few years. I think even right before they started getting rid of the players like Jordan Poole and certain players like that.
Correct.
It's like the Warriors, I felt like they've had so much talent come in there and they've let so much talent go because as if they don't know how to use it, don't know how to coach it. And I'm looking at Steve. I'm like, bro, how like he almost begrudgingly just put Kuminga in, like, oh, I guess I got to put him in.
He didn't want to. Yeah, he didn't want to. Well, he got an idea. He got an idea of how he wants to coach that team and how he want them to operate. And it's really just,
but Kuminga's a freak. Kuminga's actually an athletic freak. If he really just let him.
Steve Kerr don't care about that. I mean, he'll rather play Pozinski or Post or Moody than play the athletic freak. Let me get to the super chat, man, because I think
that's wild, bro.
Yeah, it is wild. Max Crafty, man. Hey, look, so Max Crafty, if y'all go find Max Crafty's channel on YouTube, well, first of all, I met this guy. He came and did some work on my AC unit, and he has a YouTube channel, man. I'm telling you, if you want to learn how to fix something, especially AC units, but he posts videos because he pretty much does everything. If you go to his channel, I guarantee you he got something on there that you can learn how to do something yourself, man. His whole channel is dedicated to helping people be able to do stuff themselves, man. You watch his videos. It's really dope. So thanks for the super chat. He said he's a great coach. He just got to keep his PP out of the staff. That's a fact.
Now, Troy Jr., I hear what you're saying. He is athletic. I'm not saying the guy is an all-star player. What I'm saying is he's coachable. He can be molded. When you got athletic freak, like Wiseman, you telling me you couldn't use Wiseman?
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what, Wiseman? Hold on. Is Wiseman still weak, Detroit? Because he tore his Achilles.
I don't think so, bro.
I hope he is, because if he comes back and they add him to that Detroit team, I like him with that Detroit team. I hope he's still there, man. I hope he comes back from the Achilles injury pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. But no, so this is first and foremost, the Warriors didn't seem like they had a lot of energy. So that age was showing a little bit, and that's a catch-22 because the experience of them and the age and all that stuff was to their advantage in game one. Because it's the first game. It was Jalen. I think all the Houston Rockets, that might have been their first playoff game. Right. So them coming out there, you could probably see that they probably needed some time to kind of get used to it. I thought that they just was gonna get blown off the floor the whole series because it wasn't gonna be I didn't think they was gonna get used to it. I thought this year was gonna be how they gain experience with the playoffs, and then they'll be back next year and look better. But for them to come back in game 2 and show up the way they did, I thought that was impressive. I'm not even gonna lie. Steph Curry not having but 5 points, like almost the halftime.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
True.
Because who else they go score? Who else go score for them? Not Draymond.
Nobody. That is their offense. That's the problem.
Yeah. Him and Jimmy
Butler was their second option, and that's why what I said earlier, Draymond had to resort to the thing. Now, but I'll be honest, man. This was one of the series I was looking forward to, is because I did, like you said, the experience factor with the Warriors, and Jimmy had them boys rolling down the stretch. But I mean, I can't lie. There's an Ime Udoka factor that I accounted for this. I knew the Cats was young, and to your credit right there, I agree. I was, hey man, they might fold under pressure, it might be too much. They don't have the experience, but Ime does, and he's gonna calm them down. And the fact that he got him to 500 in the first year, so he almost got him to the playoffs, play-in last year. So it's kind of like, hey man, we ain't too far off. And hell, they weren't supposed to be the 2 seed. They almost 2 years ahead of schedule. They playing with house money anyway. What you got to lose?
See, this my problem right here. So if you look at this at the score sheet, right, everything was even except one thing. And can you guess what that one thing was?
Fouls.
No, well, that too, but rebounding.
Oh, really?
Right, because the Rockets, they're starting Sengun, who's a 6'11" guy.
Yep.
And Jabari Smith Jr., who's a 6'11" guy, right?
Yeah.
And then they come up with a big lineup where they play Steven Adams and Sengun together.
Big boys.
The Golden State Warriors are purposely playing small ball because they think that gives them an advantage. That's how they operate their offense. Like that's their cheat code, playing small, and they expect Draymond Green to be able to guard whatever big that is, and everybody's got to help with rebounding. But you're designing a handicap. You're designing a disadvantage for yourself in your team because you want to play small ball. So they might help you score points, but you can't stop people, and you can't stop people from rebounding. They got out rebounded the first game by 16, right? And all 16 of those rebounds was offensive. So there was dead even defensive rebounds, but Golden State had 6 offensive rebounds to the Rockets 22. That leads for a lot of second chance points. This game, the offensive rebounds was a little closer. It was 11-7. So the Rockets didn't get a lot of offensive rebounds, but they didn't miss a lot of shots either. But they still out rebounded them by 14. 47 rebounds at 33.
Yep.
You're not gonna be able to win like that if you can't rebound. So this playing small is like at some point, like Steve Kerr didn't start his ball club small the way he is now. He used to call it a death lineup, where he would play with it in certain times during the game. Second quarter, they need a run. They'll come out there with KD at center, Draymond at 4, Iguodala at 3, Clay and Steph. That was their death lineup, right? And that was a crazy lineup.
Because
you don't start with that.
Yeah, there's 4 shooters on the floor.
Yeah. You don't start with that though.
No.
Now he's falling in love with that so much to that's his offense now. Let's play small.
No. Because it's showing this. Not only is it showing on the stat sheet, it's showing on the screen. Y'all getting bullied. They're big. They are absolutely more physical than the Warriors are, and that's why I think they really got to change up their strategy and offensively, because they're on Steph literally as soon as he's touching the ball. So if Jimmy's out this rest of the series, man.
If Jimmy miss a game,
yeah, it's that bad, bro.
Yeah, if he missed one game, that's gonna be crucial.
All the offense has to come from Steph. I'm sorry, somebody's gonna have to step up, and I don't think the way that Curry. And I might be crazy saying this. I don't see him adjusting too well, losing his second score. I mean, I just don't. He's gonna pray to Steph to drop 50 for the rest of the series. I mean,
and he might be able to do it one game in San Francisco, but not both of them. I mean, because look at him now. Udoka knows I'm wearing you down. Yeah, you shot all your bullets out in game one, and you ain't had nothing left for game two.
Yeah,
and we still coming at you with the same intensity. And look, man, the fact that these boys, listen. 4 fouls for Sengun, 4 fouls for Dylan Brooks. That was in the third quarter. They didn't. The game was over in the fourth, so it wasn't a lot of whistle being called. But Sengun had 4 fouls in the third. So did Dylan Brooks. Thompson fouled out last game. He had 3 fouls this game. So the main guys that defend ended up with piling up fouls, right? Then you go to Golden State. Steph didn't have not one foul. Jimmy Butler didn't have a foul. Pozinski didn't have a foul. Quentin Post didn't have a foul. Moody had 1 foul. Draymond Green had 3, but he got 2 of those in the fourth. So they wasn't calling no fouls on Golden State early on, right? But the key defenders for the Rockets was getting fouls called on them, and I'm trying to figure out why.
You know why, bro? Come on.
It's the same stuff I'm seeing with the Lakers series. Same type stuff, man.
Come on, man. I mean, you never been shy. There's way to I don't want to say rig the game, but at least
you say I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just giving you the numbers.
I'm just saying. Look, I'm a dot connector, bro. Hey, you ain't got to throw too many dots out there for me to connect in sons of bitches.
Troy Jr. said because they was fouling. Okay, so Golden State wasn't fouling then.
Golden State wasn't fouling at all. All right, cool.
I'm good with it.
I must have saw something different then. Damn.
Or maybe Troy didn't see nothing at all. Maybe Troy didn't watch the game.
I know I got good weed, but I know I ain't crazy. I know what I saw.
Yeah, man, that is too funny, man.
My glaucoma ain't fucked up like that. Shit, I know.
So, what you think? I mean, because they said it was a contusion with Jimmy Butler's tailbone. I mean, you think he gonna play on that?
Hey, he popped that thing, bro. I mean, I don't know what's up with him, man. So, contusion. If it'd be he's just gonna have a little sore backside for the next couple of days. Now he'll play because we seen Jimmy play through worse. He'll tough it out and gut it out. And you know why he'll tough it out and gut it out? Because Steve Curry has already talked to him. He's like, hey man, get with medical. We're gonna get you around the clock treatment. We need you.
Plus they got how many days off they got before they play their game 3? 2 games, 2 days, 2 days.
Tonight, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well, they got travel, so they don't get down till Saturday. So yeah,
Saturday. So they got 2 days off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll play.
He'll play, and then not only that, hey, come on, hey Jimmy, we need you, all right? Because trust me, Steve Curry was already talking to him in the training room. He already told him how impressive and how much he loves him. How important he is to the lineup. So yeah, all that's been discussed.
So he got all of tonight. He got tomorrow, Thursday. He got tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Friday, and then their game is at 5:30 on Saturday. So he got half the day Saturday.
on the West
Yeah,
Coast.
so so if you include tonight and all day Saturday, he really got 3 days.
Yeah, he damn near got 3 days. So not
Yeah.
only did he play, and look, let's be honest, I really see this series probably going to be a mirror image of that NBA Finals of Boston and Warriors. How they going to let the because Ime's going to coach these boys to keep being physical. Hey, how's the whistle going to go? We just got to be frank. We just got to be
That
honest.
whistle gonna be crazy, but hey, what's gonna be crazy is Draymond Green. Draymond Green is about to put on it's about to be a movie.
Hey, WrestleMania just happened. WrestleMania just happened. You about to see another WrestleMania event on Saturday.
It's about to be a movie. Draymond Green about to go freaking.
He about to come off the top rope on somebody. Cause I'm trying to tell you,
Draymond Green about to go off, man. All right, let's get into the game from yesterday. The Lakers came out firing on all cylinders. The refs came out with a hell of a game plan. Like I said, I predicted the refs was going to get in the lab, watch some film, and come out with a great game plan against Minnesota, which they did. They executed it.
They said, "Get your hands off of Luka, boy." They said, "Back up. You too close, man.
Get your hands off of Oprah.
You too close.
Hands off the merchandise." But hey man, you could have bet all your money in the world on the Lakers last night. There was absolutely no chance of them losing that game last night. It was not gonna happen. They would have stopped the game before they let the Lakers lose.
And Luka took advantage of it, boy.
Oh heck yeah, of course he did. You know what I mean? And Minnesota know they getting cheated, so but at least they know it now. You know what I mean? OKC didn't know it last year when Dallas beat them. They thought they was about to get out there and play a real game, but it was a different type of game being played. But I think Minnesota know that now, so they know what to expect. So maybe they can beat it. It's like that movie Final Destination, man. You know, can they cheat death? You know, when the NBA want the Lakers to advance, can you still upset the Lakers? That's gonna be real interesting to watch, man. So I'm rooting for reality and and not the outcome the NBA want. I'm rooting for the Minnesota T-Wolves, man, because I know they want the Lakers to advance. So,
of course.
But that game was interesting because Luka was hot.
Boy,
he was hot.
He has
LeBron did okay.
That boy has
what'd you say?
He has space. hey, any nigga in the NBA cooked to get some space. Give me 15.
They came out and gave him 34 points in the first, man. Minnesota ain't scored but 15. But after that, Minnesota pretty much owned the rest of the game. They outscored the Lakers 28-24 in the second. The Lakers only outscored them by 23-22 in the third. And then Minnesota outscored them in the fourth, 20-13. They made a surge. They made a little run at it. So really, it was just that first quarter that they won.
Yeah, but you saw how they said, "Hey man, first quarter." They said bad, and then they got that call. They said, "Hey man, I at least got to make it look like it's a basketball game." And then also towards the end of the game, they said, "Hey, you can get a little close." I lied.
But basically, Minnesota just got to come out stronger because they've lost the first quarter in both games.
Yeah, they come out slow. They come out too slow.
They've lost the first quarter in both games. They got to do better than that, right? They got to come out. They got to win that first quarter. And they got outscored by 7 in the first quarter in the first game, which wasn't too bad to close the gap on. But getting outscored 34-15,
they got double.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah, yeah, you're already too deep in the hole.
That's a fact, man.
Yeah.
But Randall still had a good game, 27. Edwards had 25, but nobody else had double figures at all. I mean, they held everybody in check except them two dudes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like you said, in order to beat the code, Ant got to play out of his mind, and what I mean by that is he can't settle for the jump shots. I mean, obviously, if they're open, I mean, you take them, but I think he needs to, work inside out, start cooking in the inside, let him, everybody collapse on him. So even if he still start driving and kick, get these other cats involved. Cause Nobody can guard him on the Lakers. I'm sorry, can't nobody guard him.
Well, they played a really good zone to kind of stop him from that. Well, they weren't playing zone, but they was loading up on a certain side to stop his penetration.
Yes,
So they making it hard. But before we get back to the basketball part, I mean, I can't see this and then not say nothing about it. But it's a physical game. It's getting chippy. But I just can't help but notice that the fouls are so strategic. Like, it's certain people we want to pick up fouls because, like DiVincenzo, great defender, did very well on Luka game one. He stayed in foul trouble. He don't even start. He got 4 fouls. He would. I mean, if he got heavy, he only played 16 minutes. And I'm dead serious. DiVincenzo only played 16 minutes, and every time he tried to get comfortable, he was getting a foul. He was picking up a foul.
They should get him up out of there.
So he had 4 fouls. Nas Reed, the guy who hit 6 threes last game, he was in foul trouble, 4 fouls. He came off the bench, 4 fouls. I'm like, dang, the bench players picking up 4 fouls. Hold on, that ain't it. That ain't it. Julius Randle, 5 fouls.
So you just go.
Daniels, 5 fouls.
Wait, hold on. So we just gonna ignore the common denominator, huh? We just gonna ignore it.
Bro. What's the common denominator? I might be missing it.
Because who did you say they was guarding?
They was guarding. Well, McDaniels and DiVincenzo was taking turns on Luka.
Okay,
they had to put Anthony Edwards on him in the 4th because the dudes they wanted to guard him, just every time they touched him, it was a foul. Julius Randle picking up fouls. I mean, it was insane, man. It was crazy to watch, man. It was crazy to watch.
Hey,
I'm dead serious.
So, certain people get certain calls. We know this. And then
on the Lakers side, they go give Jackson Hayes 5 fouls. Like, so these nut jobs can be like, hey man, they was calling it both ways. Jackson Hayes had 5. Jackson Hayes ain't stopping a nosebleed.
Nothing. He's not contributing nothing but them 5 fouls to make it look like it even.
But let me take my 10-4 hat off, man, because the NBA have never been biased or cheated in the game for a marquee player or a marquee team. They've never done that. Never. So let me just stop talking about that and get back to the basketball. Who you see pulling out this series?
Oh, with Lakers in Minnesota?
Yes.
Come on, man. Are you seriously asking that question?
Yes. I am. I mean, I haven't talked to you in a while, so I haven't asked you. I don't know what your thoughts is on it.
If you really think they about to let Luka Doncic and LeBron lose to Anthony Edwards, you crazy.
Come on now. Hey, I don't think that. I don't think that.
No, if anybody, I'm just throwing that out there. If anybody think that, if you
it's not
really,
possible.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
All right.
Yeah.
You
got a better chance of the World Trade Center coming back.
hey, there's things that are certain right now in life. All right, death, taxes, and LeBron and Luka getting past Anthony Edwards in his first round. It's certain.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why, and I know you know this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The Lakers is the number 1 franchise in the NBA as far as, I mean, first of all, Cali is. What state is bigger, Cali or Texas? Cali got more people, but Texas is bigger, right?
Texas is bigger in size. Cali is bigger in population. Yes,
correct. So Cali is already a huge market for money. Mm-hmm. You know, we have to have Cali relevant. We have to have the Lakers relevant some type of way, right? That's good for the NBA. So right now they got an opportunity to have the big, and on top of Cali being the that type of state, the Lakers is that type of franchise. There's no other franchise more relevant other than the Knicks and the Celtics, right? So the Lakers got that going for them, and then on top of that, I just seen the numbers come out on the most viewed stars in the NBA and the most jersey sales.
And both
Luka and LeBron both are in the top 3 or top 5.
Yeah.
and jersey sales and views.
Yep.
Right. So you got two of them dudes
On the same
you
team.
got the Lakers and you got Cali. Do you think as a businessman you're gonna miss out on the opportunity to milk this for as much as you can milk it for?
For little old Minnesota.
There's no way.
And
There's no way.
country Georgia boy stuck in Minnesota talking about bring your ass now. Yeah.
It's not happening. It's not happening. They didn't bring Luka this far just to bring him this far.
Hey Matt, hey, they beat the system because they had to play actual basketball team. Denver beat them because they were a better basketball team. You can't when you try to force something, but it's not actually the equivalent of what that other team is who they're facing is. When you go up against a real basketball team, you can't fake that shit against a real basketball team. They beat them. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, you can only help so much, man. Once you get facing a team where it's going to be too obvious that you're doing it, I mean, you kind of you can't do it. But I think as long as they get LA to the Western Conference Finals, that's enough. It was Denver's year that year. It was Jokic's year that year.
Yeah.
So they wasn't trying to get the Lakers to the finals to win. I mean, that's not the goal. They just got to milk it for as much they can that makes sense. They don't have to get to the finals and win. They can get to the finals and lose. They can get to the Western Conference Finals. It's still all the same. They just worried about that bottom line at the end of the day.
Get as many games as you can to 7. All right.
That too. But yeah, that's my whole thing, man. The Lakers, I don't care what happened in this series. The Lakers can be down 3-0, and I'm still saying the Lakers go win. There's absolutely no way they're not going to the second round. Absolutely not.
Oh yeah,
they will go to the second round for sure. And I feel sorry for who they meet in the second round because they go get crushed.
That's why I'm surprised you asked me that question. I was like, wait, hold up. Really? like you doing this?
Oh man. He said, hey, Max Crafty said sick Gobert and they'll be fine. Gobert do work though. He rebound, he block shots, man. Yeah. Hey, he had some butterfingers last night in the fourth though. I'm like, dude, there's a lot of hand balls he got his hand on that he just couldn't bring in. Pause, but
whoa. Yeah, I was like, yeah, like, whoa, man. Whoa.
Yeah, man. I think that was tough, man.
No. Gobert, yeah, he was eating the popcorn, bro.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's get into what's popping off on these game threes because the Lakers series is 1-1. The Warrior series is 1-1. There's a couple of 1-1s out there, but we got 4 teams that haven't won a game yet: the Bucks, the Magic, the Grizzlies, the Heat. All right. So with these game threes coming up, which one of those 0-2 teams at home is more likely to pull out a win?
Oh, Milwaukee.
Why Milwaukee? They getting.
I'm with you.
Indiana ain't cutting them no slack, but no slack. I want to hear it. I mean,
because there's an MVP candidate named Giannis, and it was announced that he was an MVP candidate.
Okay.
They at least got to get one game, and they'll probably get that first one back in Milwaukee to make it at least seem like they'll have a series. But I'm with you. Indiana's over there dog walking them boys.
Dogging them. I mean, having home court for game 3 and having Dame Lillard back that's his second game. Because that first game, I kind of expected him to go toe to toe with Halliburton, but it's his first game back in a while though.
Wow, yeah.
So maybe my expectations was a little bit too high. But maybe this his second game back will be the game that he can actually do something. Plus, they at home, and I expect role players like Kyle Kuzma and Portis to play a little bit better at home, man. So you might be right.
Yeah,
Indiana might be the team that might can get that win, but what about Orlando? No Tatum in game 2.
Yeah,
Boston still won. However, they won by single digits, and my the Magic was kind of there, and going home if Tatum missed this game again, is the possibility that Orlando can pull out a win there. Could be Orlando. It could be another Florida team with Miami. I mean, it took some late heroics from Donovan Mitchell for them to pull that out, and Tyler Hero was on the heater too. So
True.
them going back home, they might can do it. One team it won't be the Grizzlies.
Nah,
it won't be the Grizzlies.
Nah, they cook, bro. Nah, that series with the Grizzlies and the Thunder, man. Go ahead, box that up and let's keep it pushing. No, I mean, look, all the Memphis Grizzlies did was just mess up their draft stock. Like, I mean, y'all should have just went ahead and just set that down in the play in and just went ahead and get your draft status set up. And because y'all came in here and I don't know what y'all was gonna do with OKC. Give them practice? Because that's what this is.
Yeah, but they ain't even got to play their starters that much. That's how bad they dog walking the Grizzlies, man.
That's what I'm saying. This is practice. This is just keeping OKC in shape right now.
Yeah, so, keeping them healthy too. They ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we ready for round 2, man. Shout out to Simply Ball Dropping, man. Salute, big dog. Y'all go check out Simply Ball Dropping over there on YouTube, man.
Yeah, man. But so yeah, Memphis ain't. Yeah. Go ahead, pack that up. Look, I love Orlando, and I thought Paolo was going to be an MVP candidate this year. Unfortunately, got hurt early in the season. Yeah. And then once he got back, kind of took him a minute to kind of get back in the groove. He had a great game tonight, but the fact that they're missing one of their starters and they still couldn't close that gap, I'm worried. I don't think he has enough help. I know Wagner kind of put in a double tonight, but I don't know. It's hard to beat a defending champ when literally they're down on one of their scoring options, and yet you can't close that gap. Derek White's been having a great series.
Yeah.
Like, my goodness.
I think Orlando they go surprise you, bro. If Tatum's not playing in game 3, I'm telling you. I mean, because I'm looking at it, bro. Like, this game was close. First quarter 21-23. Second quarter 26-27. Third quarter the Celtics got a little bit of cushion. They outscored them by 7. But the Magic outscored them in the fourth. I mean, like, they was right there all game, man. They was right there. Ben Carroll, 12 for 25, 32 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 0 turnovers, 2 blocks.
Now, I'm fair. He had a great game. I don't know. When I'm looking at the game, I'm like, damn, Orlando just ain't got enough, bro. Like, I'm worried about it. But, like, on some real, I actually thought that they would definitely give Boston some hell, because especially when I was geeked at seeing what they did last year against Cleveland. I was like, okay, so young Bulls is battle tested. All right, so you got that out the way. So now you know what it feels to be in a playoff and play for something of such significance. And so I'm actually kind of surprised that they haven't been able to grab at least one. I thought they at least steal one of them games from Boston, and especially tonight when Tatum wasn't playing. I thought that tonight would have been the best time to get it, but things don't shake your way.
They got a chance. They got a chance in game 3. I think they got a chance. I give them even though Boston is the better team, they're a better team than Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
I still give just because Tatum is out, I still give Orlando a better shot to pull off a win against Boston in game 3 than Milwaukee and Indiana.
Ooh.
I do. I give Orlando a better shot. I do. I just think the secret sauce in Milwaukee is gone, and Doc ain't helping, man. I mean, it don't seem like he got them boys ready, man. It might be time for Doc to hang them up. You know what I mean? Doc might be able to go ahead and go in that front office and be a GM, man. Do your Joe Dumars stuff.
Wait, hold on. Wait, why are we just now getting to this conclusion, y'all? I mean, hey, man, I ain't never seen a milkman like a mug in 2025, bro. I didn't see.
It might be time, dog. It might be time.
Hey,
it's a young man's game.
Hey, for all you young whippersnappers, I ain't never seen a milkman back in the neighborhood, man. But there's a couple of them in a couple of sports world. The milkman, they been milking some damn championships like a mug. And then one of your milkman right here. So there's a 2025 milkman right here, and I've been trying like that.
You want to open the phone lines up, man?
Hey, 2008. Man,
yeah, but hold on. I gotta defend Doc Rivers a little bit. He's a good coach. At least he was a really good coach for the time that he was a good coach. Now it's just the times have moved on a little bit, and I don't, you know what I mean? He just probably not suited for this era right now. But things are changing, right? As you can see, the NBA product was dying a little bit. Former players were complaining. Old school fans were complaining. And Adam Silver heard all the complaints and he changed. And if you're seeing the playoff basketball now and they're letting the physicality back into the game, people are they're enjoying it. And what they don't realize, the young people don't realize that they're watching something that looks more like 90s than
basketball.
Yeah. But I heard some people on YouTube, they were podcasting talking about it, and it was like, how can you not like this era? This has been great basketball this playoffs. You idiot. This is 90s basketball. That's why it looks good. It looks good because it's old school.
A 94, 109, 100, 109. We ain't seen those type of scores for the last 4 or 5 years.
Facts. Yeah. Some of them ain't even reaching 100 points.
Yes. We ain't seen that. Oh, 94, 85, Timberwolves, Lakers.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's how it's supposed to be. But look, this is what I wanted to say. Now that Adam Silver is scaling back and bringing real basketball back, I want you to look at the two most recent hires in the front office. I want to say Dumars is doing a front office job now in Sacramento.
He just got hired in New Orleans. Joe Dumars.
No, New Orleans. Sacramento just hired Scott Perry, who's an old school guy, right? Old school guy. What kind of team you think they're about to put together? The last team Joe Dumars put together was the Detroit Pistons that won the championship.
04, rough and tough.
Yeah. The only mistake he did was not drafting Carmelo. Right. So what you think, and I want you to think about this. Joe Dumars was just Adam Silver's right-hand man. He was just working in the NBA front office. they talk. So what do you think Adam Silver and Joe Dumars been talking about? Joe Dumars probably been telling him, you have to bring this stuff back. You have to bring back real basketball.
Hey, Adam, man, y'all getting too soft, man.
Exactly. And what did he say? Well, guess what? I step down.
Yeah.
I do GM again. I'm gonna build a team.
I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Right. So and Scott Perry, I think he was out of a job too. They both just got hired at New Orleans and Sacramento as GMs. Adam Silver is bringing back physical basketball.
Hey, Shaq about to come lace him up, bro.
It's about to change, dog. It's about to change. Post players gonna be coming back.
If I'm the Dwight Howard, sign me now. I know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, y'all about to see some real basketball in a little while. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. It's coming back.
They ain't ready.
I'm gonna open the phone lines up, big dog.
Let's go.
So y'all can call, man. And but I also want to show you my so far after 2 games, my first and second team for the playoffs. Right. And then you tell me what you think about it. SGA at the point, Spider Mitchell at the 2, the Claw at the 3, Tatum at the 4. Now this Tatum thing is controversial because he missed the game, plus he hasn't been just lighting it up, but he's doing what he need to do offensively and defensively to get the win. I mean, this could have been Giannis, but he down 0-2. I don't like rewarding losing. It could have been a lot of people. It maybe could have been Ben Carroll, but
I get what you're saying down 0-2 with Ben Carroll, but like, are we basing this just straight off playoff performance, right?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
But it's not like counting stats.
I got you.
Right?
I got you. Okay.
Right. Like I'm not just saying, oh man, who recorded the most stats. That's performance. No performance to me. Like if we blew you out and I sat down in the third and the fourth, of course my stat, or if I sat down the whole fourth quarter, of course my stats not gonna be.
I feel you.
Phenomenal. You get what I'm saying?
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
If anything, I would take Tatum off.
Okay.
All right. And I would actually slide down. I would slide down Claw. I would keep him up there, but I would probably put Sengun in there.
At the 4? Okay. That's not bad at all. I got Sengun on my second team. If you look at the bottom right,
okay,
that's my second team. Steph Curry, Cade Cunningham, Paolo Banchero,
Cade's been
Giannis, and Alfred Sengun. And crazy enough, I actually had to think about whether it was going to be Sengun or whether it was going to be Zubac, because I love the way Zubac is playing offensively against Jokic and defensively. I thought about putting Zubac on that second, but Alfred Sengun.
That's such a basketball answer right there, bro. You know that, right?
What?
Zubac.
Yeah, I love what I'm saying from him.
No, I'm saying that's a basketball answer, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't think a lot of people what Zubac's been doing in that series against the Nuggets. I'm like,
it's been phenomenal.
I had to double check. I was like, is that the same Zubac? I had to Google. I had to scan my TV and do the Google photo search, make sure I was talking about the same Zubac that I was thinking. I was like, okay, oh damn,
all right, we got a call on the line. Caller, what's up? Can you hear us? What's popping, man? What's good?
Okay.
You think so? Why? Because of is it because of love or you to my basketball? Oh, you hold on. Y'all can't hear him? Hold on. Oh, I had you on mute. All right. Can you hear him now, Lamar? Go ahead. Speak, caller.
Hello, mic check.
Okay, we're good to go.
Yeah,
all right, you good to go. What? So you said Shea over Steph for first team
on the first team is diabolical, man.
All right, explain.
Steph just been outplayed. First of all, the Warriors depend so much on Steph Curry. The whole offense depends on Steph Curry. Even when he's not scoring, he creates open shots for everybody else.
Okay.
And nobody else creates for themselves but Jimmy Butler.
And I'm supposed to reward that over a guy who's 2-0 and led a team to a 50-point win and plays great defense on top of that. But because what?
I mean, Steph didn't play great defense in game 1.
He didn't play no defense like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Are you serious?
All right, yeah, you wildin'.
I'm wilding. What did Steph do tonight? He had 20 points.
You got to give. Listen, Steph is not historically a great defender, but you got to give him credit when he actually played great defense.
I don't have to give him credit over a player that's a better player and a defender than him. Why do I have to give somebody credit when they don't earn it over somebody? I can give him credit for.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but you got to explain that. How would you put Steph? Okay, so we got on one hand we got SGA, lockdown defender, leading the number 1 team to a 2-0 record in the playoffs, a 50-point win, and they performed so well he was able to sit down in the fourth quarter, right? So you got that guy, and then you got a guy who just lost by almost 15, 20 points tonight, only had 20 points, shooting horribly, lost the game, and you want to put him on first team?
What you mean shooting horribly? Did SGA have a great shooting game his first two games?
No, he didn't, but they won.
Okay, then.
But they won. Why
you ain't mention that? Why you ain't mention
that? Okay,
you
can mention that. It cancels each other out. You can mention that he had a bad shooting night his first game, and they won by 50. Right?
Yeah, because his teammates played great defense.
Well, why Steph's teammates can't play great defense? Like everybody keep trying to y'all wait. When have it become a bad thing that my teammates play D? Like how can my teammates playing defense mean that I'm supposed to not get considered for anything? I play great defense too. SGA plays great defenses as well.
I don't deny that. I wouldn't deny that.
All right, so why are we trying to reward Steph over him?
Because he had 2 off games on offense.
I get it.
He had 2 bad shooting games
but they
on offense,
won.
and you put him on the first team over Steph Curry.
The results is a win. The results is a win.
I'll give you that.
All right, Steph Curry on second team though. I got him. He on second team with Cade Cunningham. They both got 1 win out of 2. Ben Carroll. I mean, he performed so well even with 2 losses. I had to put him on second team. Giannis with 2 losses played so well. I had to put him on second team. And then Sengun 1-1. I think it's a very solid first and second team. The only argument that I would debate about
Sengun need to be on the first team.
And that's what Lamar said. And I was just about to say that's a good point. Sengun probably could replace Tatum on first team for sure.
Yeah, that was the only suggestion I had. Other than that, I got no issues with what you got up there. I just think the way that Sengun, especially tonight, I think Steve Kerr did a huge disservice trying to put Draymond on him, and Sengun just pretty much backed him down, and then Sengun pretty much did whatever the hell he want. He's like, I can either take you to the hole, I can just kick. So what's up? What you want? So yeah.
If you watch when he put Post on him though, Post can't do nothing with him.
No, that's what I'm saying. Draymond couldn't do a damn thing with Sengun, and then he put nobody else on him. So I'm like, all right, if you switch, Houston's gonna kill you if you switch. So it don't matter what you do with that Sengun switch off, no matter what. They was eating off of it all night. So
yeah,
they tried to take Draymond off him so he could play off the ball, but can't nobody else guard him.
Well, no, they took Draymond off of him. And they said, bro, I don't want you getting no more fouls. I need you to act a fool about halfway through the fourth, so we can try to get some momentum, bro. Yeah,
I really do think Kirby's sicking Draymond on people, man.
No, he do. Hey, dog,
Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield don't need to be playing at all. I don't know why he put Buddy Hield in the game.
Well, so this is the thing about Buddy Hield, and this is the thing about Kerr and Golden State, right? They, especially when you're a new guy in that offense, you can't really play your game, right? You play a game that serves the shooters, which used to be Clay and Steph, but now it's just Steph, right? So the stuff that Buddy Hield can do, they don't want him to do. Like, did you see how they've been scolding him like right before the playoffs, screaming at him, talking to him on the bench because he overlooked Steph so he can shoot an open 3. But if you're open and Steph is open, in their brain, they're saying you need to pass it to Steph. That's the greatest shooter of all time. The ball goes to him. You get what I'm saying? Like pulling a dude to the side when y'all winning by 15 to cuss him out because you didn't give Steph an opportunity to shoot an open 3 and you took the 3 is crazy. And that's why KD left. Because Draymond was telling him, this is how we play. We might about to get it to you so you can cook for the last shot. We've been doing this for a long time. We won without you, and we don't need you. All this type of stuff. That's the attitude in Golden State.
Yeah.
They horrible spoiled brats of the NBA.
Well, when everybody was out and we needed Buddy Hield to create some offense, he couldn't do it. He wasn't doing that. He's making terrible mistakes on defense, and he's unreliable on offense.
Well, look, I tell you what, y'all should have kept Clay then. This was y'all decision. This was Golden State decision to not play Clay, pay Draymond, and y'all thought you was gonna replace Clay with Buddy Hield because he was he had the highest 3-point percentage over the last 2, 3, 4 years. I think he hit more threes than Steph has hit. Well, no, I'm lying. In the last 3, you gotta look it up. Buddy Hield had in the last 2 or 3 years, he's hit more threes than anybody.
Yeah, that's true. But not with Golden State.
But not with Golden State. But they won't let him. They won't let him play his game.
No,
I don't know.
So I mean, that's what it is. That's y'all fault. Clay could be on y'all squad right now. But y'all want
I don't know if Clay gonna really make a difference with the way he playing. Clay is also not reliable either.
Yeah, I mean, at some point we gotta blame the leader of the team. You know what I mean?
Steph Curry.
You got to every single time. Him, Draymond, and Kerr. Those are only 3 guys who can take blame for anything. When the ship go, I put it this way: if you lead your household, I don't know if you married and got kids, but if you are married with kids, I assume that you see yourself as a leader of that house. If the bills ain't getting paid, I'm not going to your kids and asking them why the fuck the Bills ain't getting paid.
They gonna look
and
at
I'm not going to your wife either. I'm going straight to you. I'm like, oh, you're the wallet. You're the leader.
What's
why
up?
these bills not getting paid? Are you on that stuff? Somebody
the one criticism I can give for Steph is too many turnovers. He can't turn the ball over that much.
Yeah, you can say that.
He cannot turn the ball over that much. That's the biggest criticism
I feel you about the turnovers, but I also got to give credit to just good defense and coaching strategy from Ime Udoka. They are on Steph's ass. Like, I get it.
And they allowed the foul Steph too. I know y'all been talking about all these foul calls going one way, but they've been fouling the mess out of Steph, man.
Yeah, off ball.
So I like the physical play. They call it both ways. This is what I want to see, but don't act like they just cheating for the Warriors now, because Steph get fouled and they don't get called.
Hey, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day,
they be grabbing the man.
Look, you're not wrong. But you can also look at what the stat sheet say, and it look a little funny too. So I mean, it's kind of like,
yeah, they know how to even it out. You know, I mean, we gonna let Steph get grabbed, but
we gonna find a way to
let go. We gonna let Golden State get away with 45 illegal screens.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah, well, we gonna let everybody set illegal screens, and that helps Steph get open threes. So they can't give them both.
Yeah,
we can't say hands off the merchandise, and we gonna allow moving screens. Pick one.
I'll give you that.
Can't have your cake and eat it too, man.
Right. You can't have your cake and beat it too. So,
I'm enjoying the physical play, man. I feel like basketball back, man. This is what I want to see.
Yeah, I like it too. And look, listen. Reggie Miller got grabbed like that off the ball when he was running off screens. Man, he probably got it as worse or if not just as bad. So Ray Allen did as well. Like all those guys who ran off screens was getting held and grabbed. It wasn't no game. So
I think that's gonna be the problem with OKC next series if they face the Clippers. If the Clippers get physical, because I don't know if OKC can handle that physicality like that. And when they can't D you up and get stops like they normally do, they have different offense.
Yeah, it might be some. I mean, they might have some issues. It might not be an easy series for them. I think they'll come out on top for sure though. I think they do. I think I trust SGA more than I trust James Harden. I trust Kawhi. I trust Kawhi.
Yeah.
I trust Kawhi. I don't trust Jalen Williams. But if Chet Holmgren can stay healthy and with the addition of Hartenstein down low, I think that gives them an advantage down low. I mean, Zubac, he's really good for this series against Denver because him and Jokic got the same type of build and body type. Jokic's not going to outrun him. But Zubac trying to run with Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren after a turnover or a rebound is going to be problems. They're going to really need to play Eubanks, and he's not that good. Right. So OKC is going to have some chances to exploit some things with the Clippers. And if they let them play, I like the defense of them. I like Lou Dort. I like Caruso. I mean, they can keep bringing guys on the floor that's going to be competent on the other end of the floor. So and
Clippers can go small too and put Batum at the 5 because it ain't like the OKC really gonna go down low like that.
Yeah, I mean, can't be mad at that. Yeah, they can't play small. We'll see. I think that'll be a good series. Definitely. So you think the Clippers are getting past Denver?
I think it's gonna be Clippers and the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals.
I bid you a good night, sir.
You was doing so good. Hey,
this
man said the Warriors, man.
I need to sage myself. This guy,
you can't underestimate that Warriors defense with Jimmy get back, man.
Hey man, get this man off the line. Hey, you was doing so good, bro. You was doing so good. Hey man, we appreciate you.
That's tough, man. Thanks for the call, brother.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Brother.
All right.
Yeah,
so funny, man. All right. Well, that's my first team, but you're right. That's a good point. I probably should put Sangoon at that 4. Tatum missing the game, man. That's diabolical for me to have him in that first team.
Hey, because I was like, I get what you're trying to say, but like,
That's diabolical, man. But I made it. I made it kind of early, man, and I
hey,
ain't know. You know what I
that's
mean?
why I asked. I was like, is this based off of playoff performance? Because I just need the criteria of what we.
Nah. It's my first team for the playoffs.
All right.
It's my first team, but logically, missing the game you should take a hit for that. Yeah, he shouldn't be on the first team.
It's all good.
Yeah, they could be. I think I'll do Sangoon right there for sure.
Yeah. So, nah. Other than that, yeah, that's the only thing that really stuck out to me. Because, but no, Kawhi. And I know you say you trust Kawhi, and when he's on the court, I trust Kawhi. I'm not trying to. I'm knocking on wood for you, Kawhi. I'm not trying to jinx you, bro. I just want you to stay healthy for the rest of these playoffs.
Oh man,
I'm being real, bro.
I want him to stay healthy too, for sure.
And you know that's real.
Yeah. They announced 2 awards. Right, 6th Man of the Year went to Peyton Pritchard of Boston Celtics. Clutch Player of the Year went to Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks. I'm not too familiar with. I mean, because this Clutch Player of the Year thing is still 2, maybe 3 years old.
Yeah,
I'm still not familiar with how they come up with it.
That's what I was about to ask you, bro. I was like, how they come up with this?
I have no clue. I mean, this is the ultimate eye test award right here.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, because if Clutch is measured by because I don't know if they have a criteria of what Clutch is. I mean, because Clutch can be a big game can be Clutch. All right, man. This game we're playing will decide if we get the 4th seed and home court advantage or the 5th seed. Right. So that whole game can be Clutch. So depending on how you perform in that game can be a Clutch game, or you could be playing in the 4th quarter of any game that's close, and they can consider that the Clutch game or clutch time. But if you're a player who is blowing teams out and you're sitting down most of the 4th quarter, how can you rack up any type of clutch anything?
I don't know, bro.
So I don't know how they came up with it, but the finalists for this award was Jokic and Bronson. I can't remember who the third guy was, but a lot of Jokic fans was upset that he didn't get this award.
Wait. How we upset and can't nobody explain how you even get the award? Can't nobody explain the award. So let me get this right. You mad that your boy Jokic didn't get it, but I bet you nobody that's mad that Jokic didn't get it can explain on how you actually get the award. Because I don't know how you get the award. And I actually refer to Mel if I've had basketball questions. And Mel, again, do you know how you get the award? Okay, so if anybody in the chat, super chat, anybody know how you get the award? All right, help us out.
Let me see what they say. Let me see what they say.
All right. If you know how to get the award, put it in the chat. How do you get the award to be the most clutch player in the NBA? How?
Well, this is what the AI is saying. The NBA Clutch Player of the Year award recognizes the player who excels in clutch situations defined as the final 5 minutes of the 4th quarter.
The final 5 minutes?
When the score is within 5 points. The award is presented annually. It's the Jerry West Award. So they defining clutch as the last 5 minutes. Thanks for the super chat, Phil. Statistically, clutch time statistics are measured as any game within 5 points in the last 5 minutes. So there you go. So if I'm blowing you out, I'm not eligible for this award.
Okay.
Because hey, the OKC Thunder, they try to get you done and over with before the 4th. And by 5 minutes, I should be sitting down with ice on my knees.
For real. I'm trying to find my next IG model.
So by nature, this award, your team can't be too good. You gotta be in close games a lot.
You can't be too good. You You got to be around the median.
Oh, man, that's a trash award, man. But 6th man of the year, the finalist was Peyton Pritchard, Ty Jerome, and Beasley of Detroit. I thought all 3 of them dudes had a really good case.
Yeah.
But I like to pick Peyton Pritchard, man, because he playing like a freaking starter, man.
Add that to another player that's contributing at Boston that's not named Brown or Tatum.
Hey, look, when I think that's a good thing when your superstar and your co-star are good enough and competent enough and secure enough where they can get out the way and allow someone else to shine. That's really good, because what that does is you don't empty out your clip all the time.
Yeah.
Right. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go out there and try to prove to you I can go and get 30, 10, and 10. I'm not trying to get a 30-point triple-double every single night. I don't have to be the one dictating everything. I'm not trying to stuff my stat sheet. I understand I can use the strengths of so many different players. And if I don't have to do it, then I don't have to do it. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like how people view the God that they serve or whatever, right? The way I look at it, the things that you can do in the natural, you do it. But the things that need to be supernatural, you can pray for it and rely on your God, right? So when it comes to superstars and co-stars, if my role players can go win this game for me, I'm gonna get out their way and let them do it. I'm gonna make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I step on their toes and say, nah, it needs to be me?
Mm-hmm.
But when we start playing these contending teams and y'all need something superstardom, y'all need a superstar to take over, that's when I come in. So I get my 22 points and then let my role player get 22 and 25.
Yeah,
but when I'm playing the contenders, oh no, that's my night.
Yeah.
That's my night.
Yeah. Hey man, sometimes you let the backup the other acts shine,
But you got to. That's the best way.
But let's be honest. But you kind of do that when you kind of in the middle of the tour, it's starting to, let the superstar get a little rest. Don't get fatigued. Let the other acts kind of get, but opening concert, closing concert. Hey, I'm the superstar. I gotta shut this man down, dog. Come on, get your ass out of the way.
All right. They saying that tomorrow they're announcing the defensive player of the year. Who you expect it to be? The finals was Draymond, the kid from Dyson Daniels from Atlanta, and who was the third one? Was it Bam? I don't know. Was it Bam? The finals? Oh, Mobley. So Mobley, Draymond, and Dyson Daniels. Who you expect to get announced for that one?
It should be Mobley. I got a weird feeling they might mess around and get it.
Give it to Draymond.
just to be funny, bro.
He be bullying people for all-star appearances, awards, and contracts. I'm like, this dude.
I'm trying to tag him. I need him to do a book, so I need the strategy on how to get what the hell you want. Because the only thing I won't do was that the mistake he made when he said he's talking about that King James tequila. That's only that was a little.
He said he had to have a king inside of him tonight.
Yeah, that was a little iffy, bro. That was a little iffy.
Well, I mean, most of them LeBron supporters are a little sweet. We about to discuss one of them right now. So
sweeter than a honey bun.
I don't even know if this is funny, man. Uncle Shay Sharpe, man. Dipping his dipstick into that white oil, young meat, right? The tenderoni, and not the type of tenderoni that Bobby Brown was talking about, because I think his was fully grown tenderoni. This tenderoni is fresh out of the box. I don't understand what you see in a 19-year-old OnlyFans content creator. I don't understand what the connection with a 54-year-old would be with a 19-year-old. But nonetheless, he's getting sued for SA. And he came to social media to apologize to his fans and his family, and he wasn't denying that he been robbing the cradle, so to speak. He didn't deny it, but he said that it was consensual and this is a shakedown. She just want money. That might be true, but still, it don't look good for you buying butt from an OnlyFans content creator that's 19. This is what Cameron had to say about it.
But the first thing I took from this when I heard it was, look, he was living in California and moved to Nevada. She moved from California to Nevada too. So if somebody's being abusive to you in one state, why would you move to the next state with the same nigga who's abusing you? I don't know. Me personally, I found the red flag with that personally. And then the next thing is this sex tape that's supposedly coming out. Shannon said, put the whole 30 minutes out or 10 minutes, whatever it is. I guess it's some part in there for 30 seconds because brought that up. Shannon brought that up. He said, I believe he's going to release 30 seconds of it. Whatever that 30 seconds is must be nasty and violent and fucked up. If you don't want to put the whole 10 minutes and you reducing it to that 30, it must have been WWE in that joint. Elbow off the top of the bed, off the thrower against the dresser. You white little bitch, come here, suck big black dick. What you thinking about? You want nigga dick? I get that part. I get it. Because I tell white bitches you want that nigga dick. But it's consensual. They agree. You know what I'm saying? But I've been doing this in a different realm from him. I never made it as a professional athlete. I've been out here shaking and juggling these bitches since 20 years old. I know what you up to. I know when a bitch try to bait me in a text message to say some dumb shit. I ain't writing it back. You right. And I'm not writing nothing back. You can't get me to write a damn thing back when I see what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Then you gotta know. And see, that's the fucked up thing. It seemed like he trusted her from the conversation I heard. You gotta read the signs like, I don't want to get choked. That ain't something you usually say. Hold on. You don't usually talk to me like this. Why are you talking to me like this now?
He ain't telling no lies, man. TMZ Sports.
No lies.
Keep releasing audio that supposedly be the accuser and Shannon Sharpe talking on the phone. Shannon Sharpe talking about choking her and all this crazy stuff. And then they release some text messages between them two. And she's up there saying things like, I cried when you left because I kept telling you to put a condom on and I didn't want you to put it in my ASS and all this stuff, right, man? So it looks really bad, right? Give me your thoughts.
Hey, man, this is what happened with them. You get on the Hollywood, man. Hey, getting lost in the sauce. Hey, you getting a little messy lately, bro. Hey, you went from Michelle to this situation. Now, I will say this, man, because I remember very vividly when the Deshaun Watson situation was first coming out. I was doing a late night show, and then me and you ended up talking about it real candid on couple of shows. And coincidence, his situation happened after he, got some money and wanted to leave. And coincidence, Shannon supposedly was about to get some money. And coincidence, Tony Busby, the lawyer that was on Deshaun Watson's ass, happens to be the lawyer on Shannon Sharpe's ass. What was the result of what happened with Deshaun Watson? Whether he was innocent or not. What happened?
He got a settlement. It was a settlement involved.
Some money got paid.
Yeah.
Shannon
But it didn't work so well for Jay-Z though.
Shannon gonna have to come off some bread. Shannon gonna have to come off some bread. Do you hear me now?
He gonna have to come off that ESPN job too. This is 2 scandals in 1 year.
Oh yeah, no. ESPN probably already talking about how to get out of this already.
Yeah.
Because has he been on the show lately? I haven't really been watching.
I think he was on there yesterday.
Okay.
I didn't look today to see if he was there.
Well, ESPN is gonna make a decision soon, and they ain't scared to cancel a contract quick and get rid of somebody. Now when it comes to nightcap and all that stuff, hey, it was fun while it lasted. They're gonna have to take a pause on a lot of stuff with Uncle Shay Shay.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. He can't spend this one. He spent that first scandal into all types of sponsors with Rose Sparks and all this different male enhancement stuff. He thought that was cute.
Not this one.
And he thought that little leak was going to help him beat all these gay allegations.
Nah,
this one don't look good right here. I'm paying for box, and she's 19. Well, I think she's 20 or 21 now though, but she was 19 when they met.
It don't matter. A young white girl.
That's tough. That's tough, man. And Stephen A. Smith, he's trying to distance himself from him a little bit. It just don't look good. It look bad. But at the end of the day,
damn, it's bad when Stephen A. want to distance himself.
Look, listen. Stephen A. just came out and said he trying to run for president in 4 years.
Yeah,
so he can't afford this type of company.
Yeah, he about the Heisman. Hey, y'all see the pose of the Heisman Trophy?
We gotta let you go. It's not me, Shannon. It's the bosses.
It's the bosses.
I vouch for you. You know you my dog. I brought you in here.
Yeah,
it's not me. I want to keep you. I said that's my friend, and I want to keep him, but it's the bosses. The bosses said.
Because it's gonna go down like that. Because they gonna make him tell them. They gonna make Stephen A. fire him. They gonna be like,
for sure.
You brought him in. You gotta tell him.
Yeah. If she was a fetus when you were grown, she's too young.
That's wild, bro.
Shannon is a self-proclaimed Christian man.
That's wild, bro.
Yes, he needs to practice self-control. He also needs to date women of age.
Hey, Monique told him.
They not. He's spitting though. He said if she was a fetus when you was grown, she's off limits. Well, I mean, if she was 25 though, it might not look that bad. I mean, because if we want to be real about it,
she's of legal age, regardless. At the end of the day, does it look funny? Yes. No. I'm with you, Mel.
Not old enough to drink. We can't go to the same club. No, man.
Mel, I got daughters. All right, I would feel some type of way about that. Yes, but what I'm saying is, yes. Look, we ain't talking about the dudes messing with 17. You know, I'm not defending the guy. Legal age, she is. Does it look creepy? Yes.
Right.
So I'm not gonna like jump on Shannon too hard for like a pause, like a motherfucker because like at the end of the day, I'm like, it does look like creepy uncle vibes, yes, but I'm like legally.
So what did he do that's illegal? Not dating her because she's of age, not having sex with her because she's of age. But his lawyer had his audio of his lawyer saying that they were dating and then they broke it off, and then it turned into transactional. So they were still seeing each other, but it was a fee involved. Mm-hmm. So he was buying butt. He was paying for box. According to his lawyer, he was paying for box.
So then that makes her.
That might be illegal. So that's illegal. The other thing that he's getting sued for that could be legal is the sexual assault And I think she's trying to say that he must have forced sodomy on her, because on the text messages it said that you went raw in my dookie shoot, right? And she was saying no. She said no means no, Shannon, in the text message.
My dookie shoot is crazy though. Don't you eat that cream corn, baby? Ooh, wee, baby.
Right. So the legal things is buying box,
free.
that might be on the table, buying box, and sexual assault.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, it's look, like Cam said, that's a red flag about that situation. And you know, we've had that conversation with the same Deshaun Watson. There were some red flags. I'm like, now how does that end up near your face? Exactly how does that happen? So look, facts at the end of the day ends up facts. Obviously, with the Deshaun Watson situation, criminal charges, the 2 that were filed got dismissed, so they weren't able to prove it. So then everything else was civil, which I mean, we can all say it was a money grab. This might go down the same path, because Tony Busby, we saw how vicious whole boy got with Deshaun. He ain't gonna, if you really think he's just gonna let Uncle Shay just be all chilling on LA or Nevada, nah, he about to make life hella crazy for homeboy.
Let me ask you a question though. If because we know what Tony Busby like to do to make the case look really bad for him to where they want to settle.
Yeah,
he go and find other women.
He gonna throw the numbers.
Okay, so do you think it's possibly could be more that he can find? I mean, shit, because it sounds like Shannon is a wild boy.
Good, come on, man. If you think that was his first time buying butt on IG, man.
And look, and Miss B Nasty been begging for him to come get it. Why not go get Miss B Nasty? She was begging for it.
It's because she grown. She grown. You need a young Thundercat that you could do the shit that they was talking about. He want to dominate. He want to hurt. He want to what WWE. He want to off the top rope. He want to tombstone power drive a little snow bunny. That's what he like.
Hey, if anybody know Miss B Nasty, send her this video and tell her to come holler at Lamar.
Nah, I can't fuck with you. Don't get me in trouble, man. Yeah,
y'all send this to Miss B Nasty.
Nah, because Uncle Shay need no damn well. Like, come on, man. Like, bruh. See, like this, how I know that he been out the game for a minute, because like Cam said, just the way he moved with the messaging.
Oh, like, wait, he said there's another guy that came out, another girl that came out already.
See, told you, it ain't gonna take long. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, Shay, Uncle been on that IG. Come on. And you know it, in this day and age, they come to him. They jump in his DMs.
This ain't looking good, bro. This ain't looking good. So he turned down Miss B Nasty for a 19-year-old.
Because he has a certain type that he can feel. Come on. You heard it's almost the same. Oh, the old Miss Michelle. It was in almost a dominating fashion. He likes to dominate. Hey, he trying to hurt. That's pain is pleasure for this boy. All right. That's his kink. And if that's his kink, that puts him in a very dangerous predicament. But I'm not gonna lie, I met some girls that like that kink.
That's crazy. I'm sorry, I can't role play with you if you telling me no, I can't do it, man. Like I seen an episode of SVU, I think.
Yeah,
and somebody was in there for the similar type thing, and they was like, "Oh no, we role play." She wanted me to come do it.
Hey,
you can't ask me that, and I'm worth 400,000. I'm not 400,000, but $400 million or whatever. And you asking me to come in there? And you got some type of SA fetish or some type of BDSM fetish, and you want me to tie you up, and you want me to break in your house, and you want me to be masked up? No, I'm not doing that. That's a setup to me.
Hey fam, I got a crazy story. I'm gonna make it real quick. My wife, she ain't up for this. So yeah, man, go back to Shorty, meet Shorty, right? Little kink, right? So she like spank me. I'm, she's like, no,
ain't no problem with that. Yeah, I can do that.
no. She said spank me. So I thought she's like, no, spank me. I said, hold up, what you talking about? So she get up, she get a paddle, she spanked me. Man, I put my clothes on. I said, nah, I can't do this, cuz.
Hold on.
Because she wanted to show me how she wanted to be
spanked. But she grabbed the paddle
and hit me. And
was it the one with the holes in it? That type of paddle?
So it cut through the wind.
So the ones at school.
That cut through the wind, yeah. So cuz.
What they sell them at though?
Huh?
They still sell them things? Where'd she get that from?
I don't know, but it didn't feel good. And dog, I hollered and I was like, no, this ain't for me. Hey, that's the first time I denied myself of some coochie. I cock blocked myself. I said, no.
You wasn't even in the mood no more. Sheesh.
Cuz.
That's crazy. The paddle with the holes in it though, man. Was any names on it? Did anybody sign it?
I didn't have time to look. Well, first of all, my ass was hurting, so I was like, "Oh, nah, I'm in pain. I'm mad because I wanted to sock the shit out of her. Because once he hit me with, I was like, hey. So, and I couldn't do that. So I was raised right, so I didn't hit it. So that's why I really left because I didn't want to get myself into a situation because I was like, I sus because that you should let me know that like I didn't know that's what we was on. And so look, fellas. Don't be like Shay. Don't fall for it. I know there's some freaky girls out there, but don't fall for the trap, bro. That's some devilish coochie. Walk
away. I don't need all that excitement, man. Just give me regular. You know what I mean? I need that regular. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just need that regular jump, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, I need the regular. Lift that old moo up, and then
you can look. You can even keep your socks on with me. Like I ain't trying to do all that. Yeah. You come on.
Moving to the
hold on. You want to text me all day about some slave stuff and some fetishes? No, I'm not. I'm good. I'm good on that.
Hey, I'm just saying, cuz yeah, fellas. Hey, that's dangerous. Stay away from it. That's a hell no. No. That comes with 5 to at least 10 years of probation, bro. Don't do it.
Yeah, he gonna lose a lot of money behind this, and he gonna
lose a bunch of money.
He might lose his career. He might lose his career for sure.
Yeah. Nah. He did. If it wasn't Tony Busby, I think he would have a chance. But we seen how Tony Busby get down. And the moment that he threw that name out there, that this is the lawyer that's heading the case, Tony gonna make that man's life hell. Because Tony, first of all, Tony Busby ain't taking the case unless he know that he got something to build on anyway, and unless you got the money to pay him. Let's be real. So now that he's on that. Uncle Shay didn't got I didn't have to get rid of my little potier, I make up see on that. And hey sugar, you remember when we used to play with the Ravens? You could spot me for this. Yeah.
Why that sound like a mixture of Shannon Sharpe and Hustle Man?
I don't know.
It's like a Hustle Man, yo. Hey, the phone lines are open, man. Y'all call in on this.
Hey, Shay in trouble. Shay in trouble, bro.
Yeah, they throwing some names out there. Somebody like Jasmine Cashmere.
Hey,
all types of stuff.
Hey, Shay in trouble, bro.
Nah, he definitely in trouble, man.
Because the thing is like we just gotta be real with this. This ain't the first time this man been on IG. He's popping like mud. Like the money flowing in.
Yeah, it really is.
And like ain't no coincidence that all of a sudden it's see this is what it is.
It's so avoidable. It's so avoidable though, Lamar.
It is.
First thing you could have avoided. She was 19 when you met her. You could have avoided that. You could have turned that down. You could have found a 30-year-old that looked just like her, probably better.
Yeah,
because she ain't that developed. She probably, So she was 19. You could have avoided that. Number two, why you gotta pay for it? It's people throwing it at you.
Throwing it.
And number three, she's setting you up with fetishes and kinks. Why you? I mean, there was so many places where he could have stopped, bro.
I don't know. Maybe this might be it. And I like I said, I'm trying to think what he's, and I'm not. Maybe he think that with the younger chicks who are of legal age, maybe the mileage ain't there. I don't know. Maybe that's his thought process.
Who care about mileage though?
Hey, some people do, bro. Some people
if
care
it's clean, it's clean.
Hey, some people care about mileage, you know. Some people don't want to drive the Pinto that has already been beat to hell. You know what I'm gonna do with that? Some people like to, like a barely used car. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, some people care.
Look, this man, he's involved in a lot of different circles. He's seeing and meeting a lot of different women in different states in America, and I know he's traveling overseas too.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, leave the 19-year-olds alone. Somebody left in the comment section about 10 minutes ago. They said this girl was in kindergarten when he went into the Hall of Fame. He went and did the math on it. He said, okay, he was in the Hall of Fame in 2011 and counted back. Oh, she was in kindergarten when he got it. That means he did a whole
career,
4 years of college, and then a whole NFL career.
Tired.
And then waited the 3 years after he retired to get inducted to the Hall of Fame.
It's five.
It's 5 years. Lord have mercy. He got in the Hall of Fame and she was just fresh out the box in kindergarten. Nose was still running.
That's crazy, dog.
You bust that down.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's nuts.
And then had the nerve to have all the noise to talk about Zion Wilson when he was messing with that sex worker. He talked all that trash about him. And the whole time, this dude out there daggone robbing the cradle, man, just popping roast sparks like gummy bears, just,
popping like Skittles.
Man,
Hey, come here, little bunny. Come get that big shake from OKC. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Nasty work. All right, man, let's get into the draft, man. And this is about our final topic, man. It was an interesting clip I heard. Well, first and foremost, I think with most mock drafts is a foregone conclusion that Shedeur Sanders won't be going number one. I think Cam Ward is going to be the first pick taken off the board. Travis Hunter might be number two. A lot of mock drafts got him there. So the Giants definitely need a quarterback. They definitely need everything on offense, but they definitely need a quarterback. And they got an opportunity to get Shedeur Sanders at number three, but there are rumors out there that that's not going to happen. They're not going to take him at number three. Not only that, so many people got something negative to say about Shedeur Sanders, and just recently, today, an anonymous assistant coach came out and said a lot of negative things about him, saying he interviewed horribly, he's entitled, he's snobbish, and he's not that good. That's basically what he said. But somebody had some pushback because he got tired of saying or hearing all the negative stuff about him, and he went off.
Bring up the quote. I'm in my feelings about this right now. Maybe it's because the draft is tomorrow. Bring up the quote. Bring it up. The worst Formula I've ever been in my life. He's so entitled. Horrible. He's not that. Shut up, anonymous coach. I'm so triggered by this. Shut up. This is not only anonymous. I think it's tasteless. I think the timing is ridiculous. The worst formal interview I've ever. Is it really? Is it? Or are you just going for a headline? Or maybe have you not been in that many interviews in your career? This is the worst one ever. Or maybe the vibe that you set in the room was critical and Shedeur picked up on that. And maybe he was right because the first second you betrayed the sanctity of that room and went anonymously and started spouting off about this player. He's so entitled. I see entitlement in a grown professional who is going around anonymously destroying young athletes with very personal quotes anonymously as they're about to realize their dream and become professionals. Do not listen to that quote. That quote is bullcrap. It's news. It's worthy. I hate that quote. Listen to Shadour's teammates who kept picking him up over and over as he got the crap kicked out of him last year, who don't have negative things to say about him, who know him, who have been in rooms with him. Don't listen to this. He says, he's not that good. Well, maybe neither are you, anonymous quote coach, and maybe that's why you're an assistant coach and not a head coach, and you have been for a long time. I am so triggered by this. I think it's nonsense. I love the piece. It's getting us talking. It's part of the Shadour experience. But that anonymous, that personal, and that critical at this timing is garbage.
Man, what's your thoughts on it, man? You think the Giants should take him at number 3, and then if they don't, how far is he gonna fall in this draft?
Giants should take him at 3. I know they got Russ. I know you got Jameis. Cool. But we see that they're not in that career points in their careers, that they are long-term solutions. All right. And if you want to be serious about your franchise in the future, you already failed at quarterback once, and you paying for it now. And Jalen Jones didn't work out, did it? Oh, that's right. He ain't even on the roster. You cut him even before you finished the season. Y'all thought I forgot about that, New York. Oh, so yeah, you absolutely need a quarterback, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna try to take whatever's left of Jameis or Russ and build around the rest of the team. And because
and you're right. I agree. I don't think they go take him.
They're poorly ran. That Joe Sheen is a poor GM. He is absolutely terrible.
The whole Saquon thing is just insane. I mean, people talk about this Lucas situation, but that Saquon situation was way worse. Way worse. This dude went over to your division rival
and then won a Super Bowl, and then ran for I think he almost ran for 2,000. Like, what do we?
Was in the MVP discussion.
Yeah,
y'all idiots, y'all had that
finger. Hey, here's why. What makes it worse? They didn't fire the dude, and then this year they gave the money that you could have paid to keep Saquon in the building last year to a wide receiver in what I think Sterling Shepard, who can't even stay healthy half the damn time and ain't produced not in there, not a what for your offense.
They should have just traded him.
They got nothing back for him. He literally walked out the bed. Like my thing is, Joe Sheen should have been fired. I don't know how he kept his job. So they're ran by some imbeciles. So they're not going to take him. But I will say this. I think Shadour should go to New Orleans, but the only problem is with New Orleans, you got so many problems with your roster. In my opinion, so many holes you got to fill. Offensive line for sure, cornerback. Some very important needs that you need to draft. You need to get younger on D line. Cam Jordan's not getting younger, so it's like if you draft Shadour, you still have so many issues left. But it's like, even if the Giants took him, I would still sit him behind Winston and Wilson for a year or two, just like they did Love in Green Bay. Yeah. No, me personally, it benefits Shadour to sit. Don't even if you're going to play him, he don't even need to come in until your team's out of contention. Correct. And you got 4 games left. But
it also benefits him to fall in this draft because he could fall to a team.
Hold on, man. I got you.
He could fall to Pittsburgh.
Mel, just be patient with me. Hear me out. So I think he should go to New Orleans, but they won't take him because I think they got other needs. Now, here's one of my biggest takes. If I'm San Francisco at 11, why would I pay Mr. Irrelevant $60 million per year?
He's not that good either, but they love him in San Francisco though.
Okay,
and I'm not talking about the fans. I'm talking about
Shannon.
Yeah, they love him.
But I bet you that I can probably get more from Shadour in his system, in Kyle Shanahan's system, than I probably can get from Purdy. I bet you I can get. So
I'm
if
with you.
I was San Francisco, I would really look into that. They probably won't do it, knowing, like you said, the loyalty factor. They love Brock. But we saw how Brock looked when the horses went in the stable. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you take Shador right there, he can play without the horses in the stable because he's done it in Colorado. That man did not have a great O-line. You know what I'm saying? And so if you give him that roster in San Francisco, even if there's a couple of players missing because they hurt, you give him a CMC, you give him a Kittle, a Ayuk, hopefully he comes back to what he was. He already got the contract. They're still gonna, draft well, and they still find guys undrafted in running backs and stuff like that. So the defense, we know what they do with that. Fred Warner and Bosa, like, come on, he's with a Super Bowl caliber defense. I just think they should explore it. Obviously, he's not going. Yeah, obviously.
I think that's.
Yeah,
I think that's interesting for sure. I like this comment on the screen too. He said that the Giants, they're going to grab a pass rusher
and wait on.
They waiting on Arch Manning.
That sounds like New Orleans written all over that. Yep. So he's not going to Dallas. So at that point, he slides until he gets to 22 Pittsburgh. If they were smart, do not touch Aaron Rodgers.
I like him in Pittsburgh at number 2. I want him to slide because I want him to have a chip on his shoulder. I want him to go to somebody like Mike Tomlin with a team that's almost ready to almost ready to go. Now, I want him to go to Pittsburgh. I really do.
That's a perfect spot, right?
Yeah.
That's a perfect spot, right? Here's my wrench I'm gonna throw in here. 26 is the LA Rams, and if they feel that if I got an inkling that Matthew Stafford kind of slowing down a little bit, getting up there in age, jump in front of Pittsburgh at 21 and grab him there if I'm the Rams. And that's probably as far as I think he'll slide if things go kind of like the weird scenario I got cooked up in my head. I can't prove this, y'all. Yes, is it probably weed influence? It probably is, but I think about that when I'm clear-headed. It helps me think. I really think he might slide. It might go to that scenario. It's all dependent on New Orleans at 9. It's right there. Okay. If he gets past 9, New Orleans, I think it might trigger that slide. Because I don't think San Francisco's going to that take I threw out there is literally based off of me. I think that makes total sense. I don't think they're not thinking about it at all. They should really think about it. They won't do it. Why give Brock Purdy $60 million? You're going to have to pay him $60 million a year. He's not going to take nothing less. Because you know why? Because he's going to say, yeah, you took me at Mr. Irrelevant, but damn it, we was at the NFC Championship game. I got hurt. We didn't go to the Super Bowl because I got hurt, right? Oh, we go to the Super Bowl when I did play. He's going to bring that up of how far I've gotten you with me under the helm. And he's going to use that to his advantage. And he's smart. Yeah. Why the hell would I not? I was the last pick in the draft, and I could come up and turn less than – he's probably made less than maybe actual football money over the last 3 years, probably less than $5 million. Why the hell would I not flip that to $60 million?
Man,
he ain't going nowhere. He's hoping. He's hoping. He said he's probably the one that threw the quote out. He said, "Hey man, tell that boy that said this is
yeah. Now, but let me ask you this though. It could so you think it's possible that somebody, because look, we've seen it before in basketball.
Yeah,
they threw a whole bunch of quotes out there in the newspaper to make Kobe kind of fall in the draft. All the while, it was Jerry West that just wanted to make sure he can get Kobe at number 13
to get people
right. So like Philly, of course they took Iverson number 1, but I think New Jersey, they took Kerry Kittles, but they was looking at a shooting guard. They was looking at Ray Allen, Kerry Kittles, Kobe Bryant. They was looking at those guys, right? And they put out false, quotes just like that, saying that Kobe didn't want to go to XY place, and if he got drafted there, he was going back to Italy.
Yeah.
Right. And Jerry West put that fake stuff out there. So could it be a team that really wants Shedeur putting out these type of stories?
It possibly could. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes this draft so intriguing, especially in this first round, because New Orleans, this talks they actually like Jackson Dart. So if you throw that out there, ain't no way you can just say, Jackson Dart and not think Shedeur Sanders, because ain't nobody would ever just say you're just going to pick Jackson Dart over Shedeur Sanders. But we've also seen the craziest thing. We've also seen Baker Mayfield go 1 overall. Who would have thought that? Yeah. So,
do you think Shedeur know where he's going? Do you think he already in contact with somebody?
I think it's several teams probably in contact with him. It's just which one is actually going to be for real when it's time for them to make that pick.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I don't see nobody really jumping up to get him unless, say, you're at the top of the second and you feel like he won't make it there, and you jump back in the like kind of mid-20s in the third, mid-20s or back half of the first round. So I don't know, man. This is probably Shedeur Sanders. This year to me is probably the most unpredictable pick that I've probably ever seen, because he is a quarterback, and we always know that at the end of the day, if you need to go get your dog at a quarterback, man, you go get him, and he still is one of the better prospects at quarterback. Obviously, Cam Moore is going to Tennessee. That's pretty much set in stone. And then, Travis Hunter is definitely going number 2, so I don't see you getting out of there. But I just think the Geno Smith contract, as American Freedman got in here, he may not be the long-term answer, but he also just got an extension for another 3 years too. So, I mean, if I'm Shedeur, I'm like, yeah, I could sit. That's fine. But, unless Geno starts, shit in the bed.
Wait, what Geno at now?
He in Vegas. With the, reunion with Pete Carroll. Yeah, man.
Sure enough is.
Yeah, man.
Interesting. What else interests you in this draft? Are you worried about, are you looking to where Gentry goes?
I'm curious to see how they value him. Because I don't know if I would have valued him
Gentry,
as
that's what I said his name.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, Ashton Gentry. I don't know if I would value him as I did B. John Robinson when he was coming out. I don't know if I can value him on the same tier.
Why? Because that bowl game? That bowl game, he got
no.
got bottled up.
No. I'm just talking about as in when I watch B. John Robinson play football, I feel like I'm watching a different type of specimen, like a one-of-one type of animal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he's that damn special. And I'm not saying I think Ashton Gentry is solid, but I don't think he has that freakish, like literally alien type athleticism like a Bijan.
Right.
I don't see it. And so that's why I can't value him on that same level as getting Bijan in the top 10 as Ashton Gentry. Is he the best running back in this class? You can make that debate. Yeah. Obviously, stats wise, yeah. But I don't know, man. It depends on how people value that guy. Because the weird thing we've seen with running backs over the last couple of years, obviously we've seen the NFL try to devalue them. Obviously, with the Saquon situation in New York, they didn't want to pay him. And then, and he's fussing and fighting and then ends up with the same money, a little bit less than what they would have paid him if he took it up front. So it's kind of like But then you see what Christian McCaffrey does. He ain't never had no issue getting paid. You know what I'm saying? But then you see Saquon now, you know, they gave him a little bit more money in Philly. They said, hey, yeah, we paid for you for free agency, but we just, you know, just forget it. Because what Philly, if you really pay attention to what Philly's doing, and they're ahead of the curve. And shout out to Harry Roseman. He paid Devontae Smith and AJ Brown last year. And if you saw the timeline when he did it way before all them other wide receivers got those extensions. So way before Justin Jefferson, way before Jamar Chase, way before them other guys. You know why? Because look at all those names that got paid. It took the market up. He was ahead of it. So he pretty much set the market. All these other players are coming after it. So AJ Brown and Devontae Smith already got paid. And if y'all paid attention, Tyreek Hill in Miami tried to renegotiate and got more money. And then that's when Jalen Waddle got paid. So Philly was ahead of the curve. Philly just did it again. They already paid for Saquon's services last year in free agency. They just ripped that contract up and gave him an extension now. You know why? Because there's backs that are like Saquon, backs that are like Christian McCaffrey. And sure enough, and Atlanta's going to have a situation in 3 years. They're going to have to figure out what the number is going to be for Bijan. And it's going to be a different number by that time it gets to him. Because these running backs who can pass, catch, and run like a Saquon, like a Christian McCaffrey. And if you really want to be honest, the running back that was ahead of their time, Le'Veon Bell was ahead of her time. He was asking for the money that they're getting for now.
Yeah.
Y'all forget Le'Veon Bell was the second leading receiver behind Antonio Brown on all those rosters and the leading rusher.
He was a beast. He was a beast.
So remember, he held out and set out that whole year because he said, I need you to pay me as a number 2 receiver and a number 1 running back. And they didn't want to do it. Yep. He was ahead of his time. They crucified him for that. Yep. Now it's the Saquons and the Christian McCaffrey. You got to pay that what Le'Veon Bell was asking for now. And that's why Philly went ahead and ripped up the contract, said, take this one. He said, all right. And they're fine. They're set at their number 1, their number 2 wide receiver, and their number 1 running back for at least at least a number 3-4 years.
And what they did that I like is they said, we're going to protect our investment. We don't need you to get 2,000 yards again this season. We're not going to run you through the ground. We need you for the playoffs. So what they went and got?
I got dogs around you.
No, they went. No, the backup running back they got now.
Oh, yeah.
They went and got Dillon from Green Bay.
Yes.
AJ Dillon.
Hey,
bro.
Saquon Barkley is about to average only 10 carries next year, but his average is going to be for 10 carries for probably 145 yards each game. But he's only getting 10 carries, and it's going to be 2 touchdowns because it's going to be them $80 runoffs. And then they're gonna sit him down and say, AJ Dillon, get your reps, but we ain't about to dog you, Saquon. But you got paid. But yeah, I don't know, dog. Philly's ahead of their time. The only problem is that they have, some of those players where got some contracts, some of them older players that they had to get rid of, and some of their players are starting to retire. Obviously, Kelsey retired, Fitzgerald retired, Brandon Graham called it quit. So they got to get some youth in the trenches. But for the most part, no, Philly, they're in the right spot. They're gonna be pretty much in the same conversation for at least the next 3-4 years, I think.
Last question. This go be on Shador. Miami got the 13th pick. They got a franchise quarterback, but I mean, he one concussion away from retirement.
If they're not thinking
the Miami Dolphins, would you grab Shador?
You know what, man? I'm absolutely thankful that I'm having this moment with you, because I am absolutely ashamed of myself that I did not think of that take. Because how the hell, if you're Miami right there and he gets past New Orleans, he gets past my take of San Francisco, and if you absolutely, here's the problem with Miami. We've seen this. All right. So Tua got hurt. and you went into the playoffs with Skylar Thompson. All right. Skylar Thompson did okay, but he wasn't going to beat Buffalo. We knew what was up. All right. Next year, all right, you thought Tua was going to be okay. He gets hurt. Then in following year, he actually stays healthy. But here's my problem. Instead of him, having that conversation with him and say, hey, Tua, I know you just stayed healthy for that year, and I know this is the time that we give extensions. If you give me one more year, I got you. You didn't ask for that follow-up. You just got that 1 year that he stayed healthy, and you like, all right, he's healthy. Pay him. You didn't ask for that follow-up year.
Right.
And guess what happened? In that follow-up year, you did not have a safety valve of just in case, a JIC, just in case Tua gets hurt. You did not have a safety valve. You didn't have it. So guess what? He got hurt again. Because guess what? You play football. The chances of you getting a concussion after you've already gotten the first one are astronomical high that you're going to get the second one. And after you got that one, it's pretty high that you're going to get another one. It's football. It's contact sport. They're going to hit you. What do you think this happens? And it doesn't help because we saw Tua foolishly put his head into some plays this year.
Yeah.
So he didn't learn. So what that's telling me that he still put his head in danger, he never learned. He doesn't get it. It's going to take another concussion for him to really get it. And because his family already talked to him and said, bro, hey, man, come on, for real? Really?
He already got life-changing money.
He already got the money. That's my saying. The moment he signed the dollar line, there was a number figure that came with it that was said signing bonus or guaranteed money. The moment you sign, that comes with him. Take it. Sit down. Because what I'm saying is all it takes is one more hit. How many there's probably countless of football players that have probably told him, like, bro, I don't even think it's worth it, bro. I don't think it's worth it. Like, come on, man. Like it's okay. You got your bread. Miami should think about it, because if you go in this season again with Tua and you thinking he's gonna stay healthy, and then all it takes is that one hit, and then what? We saw how that offense went complete nothing. Tyreek angry, Jalen Waddle ain't no more of that pigeon shit went away real quick. They was mad. They was mad with the police week 1 doing the celebration of locked up. That offense got locked up once the moment that Tua got knocked out.
Right.
So, look, if you get Shador, there's some traits that are similar to Tua. The accuracy, the improvisation would kind of move a little bit in the pocket, because neither one of them guys are really mobile, but they got enough pocket presence to kind of shimmy out some situations. And the accuracy are some of their both traits with both of these guys. So you wouldn't have to change much of the offense. Obviously, the only thing you would change is with Shador being right-handed and Tua being left. That's the only thing you would probably have to change. But no, I'm surprised. I did not think of that. I actually think that.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't think of it either. It was right there at 13.
Sitting right there. Right there.
Yeah, but you probably was thinking, nah, they got that. You forgot all about Tua's, but yeah, like they probably should be looking for his replacement for sure. And look, I know quarterbacks are fidgety, and if you draft one in the first round when you already got one in place that's supposed to be the franchise, I know that upsets them, and that can be a thing. But Tua just gonna have to get over it. You know what I mean?
That sounds like a personal problem, right?
And so is Dak gonna have to get over, because the Cowboys ain't drafted no quarterback worth a dang Dak either. But they need to go ahead and get somebody, man, because Dak is about over.
No. I'm gonna be honest with you. Joe Milton if he get that offense down, and it can't be too complicated, because Brian Schottenheimer don't run no complicated offenses. So I say I'll put it to you this way: Dak can't make certain throws that Joe can. Joe. Now Joe is a little bit more raw. All right. Now Dak's going to have the advantage because he got the experience and the more, time being NFL starting, so he'll have that advantage. But when I say Joe could throw it 90 yards in the air,
sheesh.
Not like and CD Lamb is like, wait, I got a cat that can literally, soon as you say hike, all I gotta do is just run the go route, just get past the safety and
do that Moss, put the hand up.
No. Oh yeah, just put the hand up and all I got
to do, get past that corner.
Yeah, all I gotta do is just stick my hands out and
yeah.
Oh yeah, nah. Joe Milton can throw that pill now. Joe Milton can throw that pill.
I hope I see some of it. Man. But the draft is tomorrow, nonetheless. It's gonna be fun. Corey is doing live coverage on the draft on Cowboy Spit. I'm gonna also have it live on the Man Down Sports channel. So Lamar, if you're not doing nothing tomorrow, you might as well jump on them with me and Corey and watch this first round.
Shit, I see what's up. I know I got a couple of recordings on Thursdays I usually be doing, but I'll see what's up, man.
All right, well, let me know, man. I think, and I'll let Corey know, because it probably was just gonna be me and him, but yeah, it'd be dope to have you on there for sure. And we just hit 2 hours, so that's gonna be the show for the night, man. Appreciate you coming over here and tapping in with me. If y'all want to see more of Lamar, head over to IOW Sports on YouTube. That's IOW Sports on YouTube. And like I said, man, he was kind enough to share his late night hour edition of his show tonight on my channel, man. So I appreciate that, man. So, no doubt. We'll do it again for sure, man.
No doubt.
All right, peace, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.